welcome to my 400th video. Oh my god, already so big achievement. Yes, finally. And I thought, do something special on this video. No movie review, no let's play. Let's show you my collection of movies. So DVD, Blu-rays. And I was inspired by my two big influences to making all this. Chris Duckman and John the Flickinger. Greetings. And I thought, yeah, let's start. It may be fun, take a while, so prep yourself, go to the bathroom before you continue this video. Okay, let's start in no particular order. Let's begin with cliffhangers. No, cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone. Everyone knows the cliffhanger. Bad guys entering to try. It's like a heist movie, sort of, with mountains, and we have to try to save the day as always. Great movie. I think one of the underrated 90s action movies, and I really like it. And finally, uncut. Yeah. Next one is another 90s action movie, Universal Soldier, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, the Belgian split guy, and Dolph Lundgren. Very, very great. This movie started, it's like, if you take the story, it's like more, just like a video game, and they try to take soldiers, if I remember, Vietnam veterans, they're trying to experiment with them and trying to force them to be super soldiers, and Van Damme slowly in the movie gets more of his human side back, but Dolph Lundgren still stays that robotic Terminator. Great movie, cool, and it opens a franchise. The franchise was not so second, third, and slowly Van Damme gets away from that franchise. And speaking of Universal Soldier, I have the 5th movie also here with Day of Reckoning with Scott Adkins, the new one, and Van Damme again, and Dolph Lundgren. Very, very violent. It's a B movie when you see it, and it's a fun ride. Blood, extreme violent. So if you enjoy that, if you're a fan of violence, check out this movie. Then we have Michael Bay movie. Oh my god, how shame. No, but The Rock is by far, or not by far, it's best movie. I don't know what he has. He has I don't know, brain damage, and once he did a good movie, or after The Rock, he's just been kidnapped by aliens, and then he delivered us this Transformers crap. I don't know. That Rock, the last good movie from Michael Bay, with a great Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, and Ed Harris. The cast is awesome in this movie, and a great soundtrack by Hans Zimmer. Trust, a great drama from David Schwimmer, or no David Schwimmer, Ross Geller from Friends, and with Clive Owen and Catherine Keener. Very good. Can recommend to that all. And if you are a parent and you see that movie, you will lock up your daughter in the basement and never let her go. Then the next go, it's Lawless. Never saw that. Quick info: most of the movies I have here, I don't even saw them. So I just bought them, and for the like others building shelters and fill up with food, I just buy movies, and if there's outside rainy or the world just goes apocalypse, I just stay here on home and see movies. But now I have Netflix, so I don't usually go to the DVD shell and take a movie. Anyways, Lawless. Next movie is Elysium. Very underrated. Most of them say, Neil Blomkamp, it's not so good, but I love this movie. Matt Damon is fantastic. Great Neil Blomkamp movie, great cinematography, and the soundtrack from Hans Zimmer is amazing on that one. Great space movie. Next movie is Young Ones, and that didn't so. Then we have Denzel Washington in The Equalizer. Very, very cool movie, and I have to say the climax is like Tool Time meets Mad Max. Next movie is Django Unchained from Quentin Tarantino. Finally, his first attempt to make a western, because he loves western, and it's a great one with DiCaprio, Waltz, Jamie Foxx, Samuel Jackson, and great movie. Next one is Gravity, and I didn't saw that. So the gravity is heavy and it goes up or Anyways, next movie is Expendables 2. Yeah, trust me. Here, the DVD is here. See that? Expendables 2, the sequel of Expendables. And the great thing is about that movie, or in that box, it was also that great poster. The Last Supper of body bags. Then again, next movie is Last Stand, the first movie Schwarzenegger returns on the big screen after his completion of Government of California. He's back with Last Stand, and it's a good movie. It's not one of his best, but yeah, fine. Next up is A Long Way Down. It's a British movie with Pierce Brosnan and Aaron Paul. You know Aaron Paul? The mad guy with Walter White. It's about 4 guys who tries to make suicide, but nobody wants to do it in front of the others. What happened next? See the movie. Next is Insidious 2 Chapter 2. I really enjoyed every Insidious movie, and I didn't saw the third one, but these are great. James Wan make a good horror movie, and the soundtrack is amazing. And also, who is the lead character? Patrick Wilson. Makes a very, very good thing. Next one is Ghostbusters, the classic Ghostbusters 1 and 2. And yes, I like the second one. The second one is good. We have a funny one, and yeah, it's one of those movies you must have on your collection. Next is Predestination, very hard title, with Ethan Hawke. Don't see that. Next is Battery. Already. Also, that's it. Next one is Neil Blomkamp's first movie, and District 9 is amazing. It's fantastic, and with, how you call that guy? Mikkel? No. Anyways, great movie. The guy from... shite. Next is Ridley Scott's attempt to make Robin Hood. Many say this movie is crap, but I don't know because I haven't seen yet the movie. The next one I saw and I very love is Seven Psychos with, oh, the cast is amazing. Colin Farrell, Sam Rockwell, Woody Harrelson, Christopher Walken, Tom Waits, and Olga Kurylenko. It's amazing. It's about a kidnapped dog, and the mafia guy wants to take it back. It's also written from the guys who did In Bruges. Very awesome movie. Then we have the classic, the horror masterpiece from Dennis Hopper. No, Tobe Hooper. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one from the 70s. Also, Leatherface action figure in the box. Next one is World Invasion. And yeah, it's a guilty pleasure for me. I love this movie. Okay, it has so much patriotism and it screams America, but it's entertaining as hell. And Aaron Eckhart makes a good, solid act. And the soundtrack is also good. If the soundtrack is amazing, I already instantly love the movie. Next one is Only God Forgives. It's very European, this movie, but it's Nicholas Winding Refn, and it has Ryan Gosling here, the beauty. Yeah, sexy guy. Next one is one of the best movies ever made from the master Christopher Nolan, Inception. It's about dreams in dreams, within dreams, and beyond dreams, with Leo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy. And we also love Tom Hardy, and also Michael Caine. Especially after Batman Begins, Michael Caine plays in every Christopher Nolan movie, but that's... Next one is Sin City 2 and Aim to Kill 4. It's not so good, just like for the first one. It's entertaining, but it's too much stories here, so the pacing of the movie is a little bit clumsy, but anyways, I have it on my collection. Next one is The Machinist, where Christian Bale hung herself for that role. It's a great thriller with Christian Bale about a guy who has slowly losing his mind. But it's one of those, I see it once, and then if I see it again, I already know the plot. There's no surprise at all. Next one is Filth with Dr. X. no, James McAvoy from the X-Men movies, but still didn't. Solid. Next one is one of my favorite medieval movies. After Braveheart, I thought, finally, why didn't make already again medieval movies? But Kingdom of Heaven, and in the director's cut with 30 minutes, I guess, more, it's so awesome. And Orlando Bloom, best one. Forget Lord of the Rings. Here is amazing. And speaking of amazing, Drive, best movie of the last 10 years, and I swear to you, if you haven't seen it, you missed one of a masterpiece. Enough said, see that movie. And from Ryan Gosling, we go to Ryan Gosling, A Place Beyond the Pines. This movie also, it has this Drive vibe, this Refn vibe. It's not from Refn, but it's in this movie it's more like a 3-story short movie. We have the past, the present, and the future. Also cool. Woody Harrelson in Rampart. Oh, Woody Harrelson is so amazing in this. It's a shame he didn't was nominated for the Oscars, but really, really good. If you want to see Woody Harrelson in an astonishing role, see Rampart. Blood Ties, bought it, don't see. Ours, best movie from Paul Walker. It's about a baby, and Katrina. He tries to have an energy, but no energy, so he tries to do anything to save his baby. Zodiac, don't see that. Snowpiercer, don't see that. Rover with Robert Pattinson, but I hear good things about it, so I trust on it, but still don't see it. Godzilla, I saw Godzilla, and yes, it's great. Better than the '96 version from Emmerich, and amazing. Bryan Cranston in this movie is amazing. Prisoners, Prisoners won so perfect drama, and Hugh Jackman, best role from Hugh Jackman still today. Yes, better than Wolverine. Trust me, Prisoners, amazing. Then we have Matt. Didn't see that. Matt. Don't want to get dirty. Warrior, great drama. It's the UFC version of Rocky. It's exactly just like Rocky. The boxing event is not the big scale, so it's so storytelling. But great one. And in the end, maybe you have tears. I don't have. Bad Lieutenant with Nicolas Cage. Great one. I saw the trailer, say, oh, I have to buy the movie. I bought it. Never saw it. But I saw Joe with Nicolas Cage. This is amazing. We know Nicolas Cage nowadays takes roles just to pay his bills. But in this one, he is amazing. Here is back to the roots, back to where he belongs. And if you give this a proof that Nicolas Cage still can make good movies. And if you have a solid screenplay, give it to him. Speaking of screenplay, written, directed, and playing by Sylvester Stallone, the whole Rocky collection. We all know about Rocky, so I have not tell about more. And I like Rocky 5. Next one is Gamer. The first attempt. It's like a video game adaptation movie, but it's not about a movie. But it's a gamer with Sarah Butler. Great action. And also Terry Crews. And Ludacris. You can't go wrong with Ludacris. Next one, RoboCop. One of the amazing and best movies from the 80s. And after seeing RoboCop and how it is in after looking Kurtwood Smith here, I can never see the 70s shows normally. Then the next 3 movies are Asia movies. The first one is The Man from Nowhere. Wow, it's like Taken in Korea. But it's one of my favorite Korean movies ever. Check it out, this is amazing stuff. Next is A Bittersweet Life. This is also great. I don't know, but these Korean Asian action movies are so amazing. It's so better written and directed, just like the American version. So please check out these amazing movies. And also Invisible Target. Yeah, I just love Korean action movies. And speaking of action movies, with Stallone and Schwarzenegger and all the old buddies, the first one, and also the director's cut. And I really like the director's cut because it has a special, the climax is different, not really different, but the intro is different here. So I really love The Expendables. Next one, Tropic Thunder. Yeah, it's my only Ben Stiller movie, I guess. No, I have one more, but it's funny. I saw it on TV and I thought, yeah, why not? And I bought it. Well, I have to say, the collection is so big, so little info. If you're younger, your brain is a little dumber, and you see everything just with new eyes, and you think, oh, this movie is so great. But then 10 years, 5, you see the movie and think, why I bought that, bro? Why I bought that crap? If I see the old tickets from the cinema and think, oh my god, how stupid I was, and go paying for that movie. It's like Fantastic Four or Pirates of the Caribbean. Next, next is Devil Rejects, the best movie from Rob Zombie. Exactly, from Rob Zombie. The other ones are very brutal and boring, but this is amazing. It's like go back to the Grindhouse era, and Sid Haig also playing the crazy. Is it Sid Haig? Yes, okay, Sid Haig. And also, if you have these bad B movies, you must have Danny Trejo in that movie also. Next is Pacific Rim. Am I very sad I didn't saw that in the cinema, because this movie is just built for the cinema screens, and this is what Transformers had or must be, because the focus here is on the mechs and not on the fucking humans. Next is Gangster Squad. Woo, amazing, amazing gangster movie. Again with Ryan Gosling. I just love this man. It's my man crush, Ryan Gosling. And Josh Brolin is amazing, and Sean Penn is amazing. The whole cast is amazing. And Robert Patrick also plays a cowboy with a six shot. Yeah. Hangover, the only good movie from the Hangover trilogy. The two others are so boring. But this is entertaining, and in the extended cut you have more scenes. Swallow too much. The next one is the Good Cop, Bad Cop, British crime movie with, how you call that guy? Yeah. Jack Keegan. No, Ray Winston. Ray Winston plays here, it's like a corrupted cops in England. Oh, I wish Ray Winston will play in the Game of Thrones. It's amazing. Next one is Parker. It's one of the lesser action movies from Parker. It's more like these heist and dialogue, and I just play your cards right, and I trick you all the way. And also we have Jennifer Lopez in here. The next is Rush from Ron Howard with Daniel Brühl and Thor. Didn't see that, but from Rush we go to Need for Speed. Another. I know you think now with the Need for Speed he has that on the collection. Yeah, because it's Need for Speed. It's a fun ride, and it has Aaron Paul, and I was in that Breaking Bad phase, and I thought, okay, you have enough of Breaking Bad. Let's continue watching Rush. Next one is finally we have the Stallone and Schwarzenegger movie all by himself. And this will be amazing if we play it in the 80s. But it's good. Live, Die, Repeat, or Edge of Tomorrow, or Backtracking, or I don't know, the producer can fix the title, with Tom Cruise. It's a cool one. It's Starship Troopers meets Groundhog Day with aliens instead of bugs. Very good. Tom Cruise, you are goodie. And Looper, very underrated movie. I really love that. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt is amazing as a young Bruce Willis, and Bruce Willis also is cool in this movie. You can't go wrong with Bruce Willis. Then the highlight in my collection, Transformers 4. Before you send hate mail, I only bought Transformers 4 because it was on that buy 4 pay 3. You know, and I thought, okay, Transformers was there, and I picked that up. And you're now thinking, if he picked Transformers, what was the other movies to choose? Yeah, so much crap. I only said, what was it? Anyways, Melissa McCarthy shit. Olympus Has Fallen is cool. Olympus Has Fallen, my best friend showed me that movie. in a night with Peter, and and it's like Die Hard in the White House, and it's very brutal also. And I like the cast. Aaron Eckhart is cool, and Gerard Butler. Finally, after 300, he came back again with a good role. Then we have Shootout with Stallone. Yeah, revenge movie with Sylvester Stallone in New Orleans. And we have also James Momoa here, the future Aquaman, and Khal Drogo. Killing Season with John Travolta, De Niro, Last Man Standing. Ooh, Last Man Standing, amazing. It's the A Fistful of Dollars version, but in the gangster era. Willis plays amazing here, and Christopher Walken is the dangerous right hand of the mob boss. Amazing, Christopher Walken. Always cool. Dread. Where the fuck is the sequel? We need Dread sequel, not Ghostbusters with women. Dread was amazing. It hit the cinema and it hits you in the gut, in the balls, just right he wants to. And Lena Headey also playing here, but playing again, bitch, like in Game of Thrones. Punisher, oh, still the price. Punisher Warzone, amazing. And many said, we still have a decent Punisher movie. I say this is near on the comics as the attempt with who's Thomas Jane and John Travolta. But yeah, it's cool. But the Punisher version in Daredevil is better. I have to admit it. Then we have Shave with Jason Statham. 90 minutes of action. There's no time to take a breath. It's rushing action. Then we have Point Break. It's Us Against the System. Amazing underrated movie from the 90s. It's a must-have. Patrick Swayze, cool. Keanu Reeves, he's still getting old. He's looking the same just like in John Wick. This man is a vampire. Then we have Kiss Kiss Bang. Sorry, Long Kiss Goodbye with Gina Davis. A very, very underrated movie, and it didn't take enough credit because. And Samuel Jackson is amazing. Samuel Jackson always is so cool. It's one of those movies. If you don't like women, well, you have a problem. But it's one of the top 10 movies with female protagonists. And Gina Davis makes a hell of a job. Then we have 6 Bullets with Van Damme. This is again a movie I need to pay my bills. Vengeance, a movie from Johnny To. And again, Asia movie, you can't go wrong with Asia. Johnny To is an amazing director, and he can handle this beauty with action. Then we have 300, Rise of an Empire. Yeah. Good movie, but not so good as the original 300 with Gerard Butler. And amazing. And 300, it's just like, if you are lazy enough to read a comic, just see the 300, because every scene is exactly took from the comic. Except the Lena Headey scenes and all with the councils. This is just for the movie. That is not included in the comic. So next 3 are the Cornetto trilogy with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. First we have Shaun of the Dead, love story with zombies. Then we have Hot Fuzz, Die Hard in a Village, and we have The World's End. Yeah, the world goes to the end. Amazing. These 3 are a AAA comedy. How you make comedy just like it is, with perfect pace, perfect screenplay, perfect characters, and not that situation stupid as we know Americans do with the comedy movies. Then we have Vehicle 19, interesting movie with Paul Walker, and all the movie is shot in the car with Paul Walker. You don't see any outside scenes, just only Paul Walker in the car. And everything that goes around him, you didn't see that, you just see it from the point of view from Paul Walker. Then the sequel of J.J. Abrams' Star Trek Into Darkness. Very great, very cool. Benedict Cumberbatch, wow, he plays awesome. Khan. William Shatner screams. Then we have Jason Statham in Redemption, and I think I didn't saw that. I just bought it. Or I saw and I forgot it. I guess. Deadheads. Deadheads is an interesting movie. It's like a copy of Shaun of the Dead, but in a good copy version. It's about two best friends that wake up and they're zombies, and then try to find the love of his life back. But he is a zombie, but also he's himself. So he's not just like a lurking brain eater zombie. Very great, very good. If you want to see a good B movie, look that up. A-Team. Okay, I thought it's okay. It's okay, attempting, they try it, the cast is good, but if you destroy the car in the first 10 minutes, why? Next one is Escape from New York. Fun fact, that was my very first Blu-ray I bought, and amazing. John Carpenter, music, John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. Wow. And Metal Gear Solid. Solid Snake was inspired by Scott Pilgrim. Final Plissken. And Metal Gear Solid was inspired from this movie because we have here Snake Plissken with an eye patch and our character Solid Snake as the code word Snake. So from John Carpenter to John Carpenter, best John Carpenter movie. The Thing is a remake from the original The Thing from the 50s, I guess, but more action, more gore, and the special effects, the practical effects still holds up today, and they looking amazing. I can recommend to anyone, just see the movie and buy it in your collection. Then we have Insidious 1, good movie from James Wan. I like smart horror movies, and again, smart horror movie. Insidious, no, The Conjuring, very great. Now The Conjuring 2 is in the cinemas. I have to see that. Cabin in the Woods, very cool. And the ending is very smart. One of the not typical horror movie. It begins classic, but ends very smart. I like that. Then we have Sinister, very good with Ethan Hawke. And it's like the Slender Man, you know, the Slender Man game. So also the bad guys here. It's like the Slender Man. Very good. Oh man, the mountain of Blu-rays is getting bigger. Then we have Preparing with Love. If you want to see a bold John Travolta, mission accomplished. Here it is. Very great action movie from Luc Besson. I love that. I love smart action movies. Then I mix here DVDs and Blu-rays. Is this okay? Okay. Then we have another Asian movie, Muja. Didn't see that. Then we have Dragon Squad, produced by Steven Seagal. Yeah, we have Michael Biehn in it. He needs a paycheck. Running Wild, very amazing action movie. This, but I have to see that again. I remember those days, those old plastic. What the fuck is this? It's so big you can't top it in yourself. Then we have Brotherhood, Korean's answer to Saving Private Ryan. This is, instead of World War II, we have the Korean War. Two brothers unite again to go to the army and fight the enemy. But then something happens. And the story just getting interesting. See the movie, amazing. Then we have Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead. Sam Raimi's sequel to Evil Dead. And please, Sam Raimi, do again. Ash vs Evil Dead, it's fine, but we want again as movie. Then we have Wesley Snipes in Art of War. The last movie from Wesley Snipes that was good, and then he goes to jail. Then we have Chow Yun-fat in Corruptor. And yes, the only good one in America from Chow Yun-fat. I don't know why America taking Asian characters, just like John Woo destroys him, taking Chow Yun-fat, destroys him, and don't let him be just like in the Asian times. I don't know. Then we have fanboys, four crazy Star Wars geeks who are trying to see the first movie, The Phantom Menace, Star Wars Phantom Menace, because one of them has cancer and they don't know if he survives till the release day, so they try to sneak in, George Lucas mentioned, steal a film to see the first Phantom Menace. Will they succeed? We will know if you see the movie. Spaceballs, amazing. It's the parody of Han Solo and Chewbacca is so cool. John Candy as Chewbacca, what's his name? But the coolest thing is we have a trailer as a Millennium Falcon, and in the trailer they listen to Bon Jovi. Yeah, cool movie. Be the Jews be with you. And we have Due Date with Jack Galifianakis, tongue breaker, and Robert Downey Jr. It's also written by Todd Phillips and directed by Todd Phillips. And yeah, it's like again a hangover movie, but with other characters. But again, we have Galifianakis. Funny, ha ha ha! But this is hilarious funny. Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. Amazing chemistry together. This comedy is I don't know about 90s comedies, but every time I see that comedy, I just piss myself from death. And speaking of piss myself, the poop scene. It's amazing how Jeff Daniels just shitting the guts out. It's hilarious. Tears of the Sun. Wow. Best movie, one of the best or top 3 movies they played in Africa. Bruce Willis, amazing here. And yeah, and also directed by Antoine Fuqua. I really love Antoine Fuqua in all these movies in directing he's did. Then we have GCVD. Best movie from Jean-Claude Van Damme. Really, this is the best one from him. It's like a documentary movie, but not really documentary. So it's built like a documentary, but the characters in the movie is just like a movie. So the story is thieves trying to rob the bank, but in the bank, one of the customers is Jean-Claude Van Damme. We have such an amazing hostage. Well, we can get more money out of it because we have a famous guy from Hollywood. Woo! But Jean-Claude Van Damme plays here amazing. It's a shame he was nominated for the Oscars, because I guess it will be I don't know, a bad sign for the Academy if they give Jean-Claude Van Damme an Oscar. Maybe the reputation of the Academy will be destroyed. Yeah, bullshit. Next one is Trading Places. Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. And you can't go wrong with Eddie Murphy in the 80s. Amazing comedy, Dan Aykroyd, fantastic. And it's a Christmas movie, but really not a Christmas movie, but you can see it in Christmas. And it's funny because two very, very rich guys try to make a bet about the successful Dan Aykroyd and the bum Eddie Murphy, and trying to make so fast, or in one day, making the bum a successful banker, and the successful banker turning him into ruins and making him a bum. Will they succeed? Find it out! In your new shooter. Trading Places. Then we have the Samurai. This is my absolute top 5 movies ever. I know it's hard, but Tom Cruise plays amazing, and I can't believe I forget it now. Ken Watanabe. Oh, Ken Watanabe, amazing as the enemy, but then he gets a friend, and it's a movie about. Truthfully, if you look at it, it's a movie about friendship. Deep, I know, but extreme awesome action. The choreography is fantastic. The cinematography is fantastic. Screenplay is fantastic. The soundtrack, I still listen to it every day. I can't still talking long enough about this movie. And very, very underrated. I don't know why, but this movie don't get enough credit as it deserves. Whew. Then we have Payback, and in this version we have two different versions. We have the theatrical version, and then we have the director's cut. And both versions are very different. Not just like other director's cuts who just put some more minutes in it and you have to see more dialogue. No, no. Most of all, the climax and the bad guy is very different than in the theatrical version. And Mel Gibson, wow. After seeing the Payback, I think, oh please, cast Mel Gibson as Max Payne in a movie. If you're trying to make Max Payne movie, cast Mel Gibson. That didn't happen. Then we have one of my favorite Christmas movies, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This movie is hilarious. It's just like not Home Alone, but it's everyone home together. But he destroys everything and he drives his family crazy and her neighbors and kills a cat. It's amazing. And Cousin Ed, super. Randy Quaid. And we have also a very, very small, young, who is it? The guy from Big Bang Theory. I forgot his name. Anyways, next one. I'm losing track. So much movies. Next one is Killer Joe with Matthew McConaughey and one of the Emily Hirsch, the guy from Into the Wild. Didn't see that. Now we have Maniac Cop. Maniac Cop. It's a cop who goes maniac. It's one of those slasher movies. You know, Halloween was so successful, then everyone tries to take a little piece of that cake and just overwhelmed us with slasher movies in the 80s and in the 70s. And one of them is Maniac Cop. Didn't see that. I Spit on Your Grave, I Spit on Your Grave is a remake of I Spit on Your Grave from the 70s. Yeah! And this is more torture porn, more brutal and bloodier than the original. The original was more intellectual, but this is just brutal. Then we have Highlander, with Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery. Great soundtrack by the Queen, not the Queen, still Queen. And yeah, the best Highlander. The other ones, okay, the series, didn't see that, but amazing. And you can never go wrong with Scottish people. And then we have Commando. This is hilarious. The one-liners, Schwarzenegger, action, so many bodies, and it's amazing. This movie is so amazing, you must have it twice. Yeah, I bought that. This is the first one I bought, and then the reversion came in the director's cut. Oh yeah, the director's cut is so bloody. Extra more scenes of gore festival. And then we have the Terminator, the first one. Very amazing. After all that years, and I thought Terminator 2 is amazing. Terminator 2, but really now I just love the first one more than the second because it has this science fiction, action, and this horror vibe also. And this particular the horror thing I like. And the tech noir scene, amazing. The build up there, and the only scene where the three characters are on the same place. Never on the same frame, but on the same place. Very, very cool. Terminator, great. James Cameron, where are you? What are you doing? Stop playing golf or planting some plants. Then we have Full Contact. Chow Yun-fat. Cool Hong Kong action classic. If you love The Killer and Hard Boiled and you want to go deeper into the Hong Kong action movies, try Full Contact. Very good. And from Hong Kong to USA. USA. We have invaded USA with Chuck Norris. Yeah, Chuck Norris just kicks ass. Everyone who tries to go over my border, I just kick everyone. Korean, Soviet, German, no one meshed with America. Then we have the movie Lundgren, Norris, Van Damme. What the fuck is this? No, it's a compilation DVD about 3 movies. We have The Defender, The Cutter, and Until Death. And then by death, I just see again that movies. Then we have Bad Boys. Woo! Bad Boys, Bad Boys. What you gonna do? Yeah, the second good movie from Michael Bay. And cool, the chemistry is superb with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. And yeah, great. Then Predator. Predator, first one, damn you ugly motherfucker. And mercenary group goes to a jungle, but they find a bigger threat. Who? And that threat continues to go into America in Predator 2. And there's only one can stop him. Martin Riggs. No, that's Danny Glover. I'm too old for this shit. Now, first Martin, now Predator. Then we have Hard to Kill with Steven Seagal, a cop who falls into a coma and wakes up in the 2000s. No, it's. I think it was a witness to a murder, and then, or he was. I forgot. Action. Then we have Above the Law with Steven Seagal and Pam Grier and Sharon Stone. Yeah, great cast. And these two are the best movies from Steven Seagal. Until the 90s came and he gained some pounds. Then Steven Seagal just get away from the radar. But these two movies are good. Now, how do I find the curve from Above the Law to the Lego Movie? The Lego Movie, fantastic. I didn't laugh so much in this movie. The voice acting is amazing. The animation is amazing. Everything is built with Legos. This is so awesome. And if you buy the special edition, you have also the character who has been voiced by Morgan Freeman. Then we have the Die Hard 5-ology. Did you say that? You have 5 movies, 5-ology, quadrilogy, third-ology. Anyways, 5 Die Hard movies. Then we have Argo. I bought that. I saw that on Amazon. Ooh, look at this beauty special edition. And still put out the Blu-ray. Then we have the masterpieces of fantasy movie. One or the best movie trilogy, The Lord of the Rings, in the extended version. I mean, 40 plus extra minutes. And then when the credits roll, I think, I want more. This is not enough. This is not enough. You just fall into that world and never want to escape. This is amazing. Wow. Lord of the Rings. Ah, beautiful. From Middle Earth to Vietnam in Mission in Action 3 with Chuck Norris tries again. This every plot in Mission in Action goes back to rescue Americans from the dirty hands of the Vietnamese. Or Charlie. The same thing happens in Mission in Action 2. And the same, I guess. No. I don't have Missing in Action 1. No, that's the same. Then we have Time Bomb, a very underrated movie with Michael Biehn, and very strange. With just like, if I remember right, Alien, something with Alien or Corporation and robotic, and we have Remo Williams, the best CIA agent. And it's the bad guy from Naked Gun 3. What do you expect from that crap? Then we have Saigon with Willem Dafoe. This is not a war movie in Vietnam. It's about 2 cops going into Saigon, investigates a murder case. In that kind of case, it was about deaf prostitutes. Why, and who killed prostitutes? Then we have Navy SEALs. Again, America, Michael Biehn and Charlie Sheen. And Bill Paxton. great cast. Yeah. But it's one of those, if outside it's an earthquake or raining and you can't go outside and your internet connection is shit and you can't go connect to Netflix, well, you're stuck with this movie. See it? Yeah. It's okay, why not? It's one filling my action movie shelf. Yeah, why not? Now we have Cyborg. Again, you just know that's now that everyone is now on the action movies, and I really love the DVDs are all red, bloody red. Anyways, Cyborg, the movie from Canon, the 80s studio, and it's funny because this movie was created because they had money and they had already a set built, and they want to destroy that set or just waste the opportunity. Where we build a set, what we gonna do with it? Make a movie with Van Damme. Yeah. And how it looks, that is like the movie. And the problem is sometimes if I see the movie or the cutting also is rubbish. Because sometimes I think, is it really the uncut version? But yes, it's a cut version, but the cutting is so rubbish that from one scene and the other is so in particular fast paced, and you think, oh, what the fuck? Then we have again Van Damme twice. Van Damme by two in Double Impact, very cool. And Van Damme playing two brothers who are been separate when they're born, when the birth, and one goes in Hong Kong, one is in America, and then they discovered, and then go and find themselves and drinking a beer. Good action movie. Then we have Fort Fairlane, one of the very, very underrated movie. Nobody's speaking of it, and I really like this movie. It's about a detective who plays in the 80s, but his mind is still stuck in the 60s, where he thinks the 60s was the best decade of mankind, and he still drives a car from the 60s. He listens to Elvis and all the 60s rock, and is dressed just like in the 60s. And amazing is the main protagonist, Andre Dice. I didn't see him again. Except I saw him in Pretty in Pink. He was a bouncer in a club. He was 2 minutes in the movie, and then he was away. So here and in Pretty Pink, that was the only two Andrew Dice I saw. But very good, very funny. Look at it. Very underrated. Maybe I make a whole review about that. Then we have A Big Trouble in Little China. Woohoo! John Carpenter again with Kurt Russell, and this is more of a hilarious and comedy version than of an action movie. But hey, John Carpenter can make it both action and comedy. Very, very fantastic. And one of the three godlike soldiers really, really reminds me of Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Then we have Murphy's Law, another jam from Canon Production with Charles Bronson, and he plays a cop and needs a help from a teenage girl because he was witnessed who are the dirty cops, and only the young one and the old one. Sounds like in Sin City, but it's not like Sin City. It's Canon. Woo! Missing in action, man! I have it. What is the story about that beautiful movie? Chuck Norris tries to go to Vietnam to save some American ashes. Yeah. Again, Chuck Norris, McQuaid. Woo! This movie is fantastic. Lone Wolf McQuaid. I love this movie. It has this spaghetti western vibe. Chuck Norris plays a Texas Ranger here. Foreshadowing. And David Carradine, fantastic place here as an enemy. And yeah, and also the soundtrack from all the Chuck Norris movies. This is the only soundtrack that sticks in my head. Then we have Hero with Chuck Norris again. Don't waste my time with this. I better waste my time with this. Cusack. Good movie. I love this movie. Chuck Norris in the 80s was superb. You can't go wrong with Chuck Norris in the 80s. He only makes jams, except this. And Minute of Silence with Chuck Norris. And great. It's about, the story is every cop is corrupted except one. The white shining arm knight, Chuck Norris, tries to stay away from that dirty money. And yeah, what you're doing with dirty, corrupt cops, you kill them with the help of a robot. Then we have Delta Force. And this movie plays in Greece for 1 minute. And we have terrorist tries to terrorize airplane and take hostages. Americans, no more Jewish hostages. And there's only one solution. Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin can get rid of that crime. Good movie. I really love. And the theme of that movie is so patriotized. Amazing. And that also a gem from Canon movies. Canon. If you see the logo Canon, you know you expect something good. And then we have what's that? Death Warrant. And as the title said, Van Damme is a warrant in prison and tries to go away. It's like Tango and Cass with Van Damme. So you have your story here, exactly just like that. Bloodsport. Woo! The first major movie from Van Damme. Because the first one, I know. Now, I see now the one who typically, no retreat, no surrender. Yes, I know. But here is a major role with Van Damme. He has also dialogue. And it's also based on a true story. And Van Damme they're screening now the sequel from Bloodsport 2. And in the sequel, he will be the teacher. And I don't know, Scott Adkins will be, no, not Scott Adkins. Very good martial arts movie. Again, I read DVD. Joe Rambo! Bloodfest! The climax of the movie is so fantastic. Everything flies. Not just bullets, heads, arms, testicles, everything. This is amazing and I really like this movie. Not like love, everything. Fantastic gore. And I hope, please Stallone, can this movie be renamed Expendables 4? If you take that vibe, that theme of that movie into Expendables 4, forget about Expendables 3. Then we have Last Boy Scout. This is by far my favorite 90s Bruce Willis movie. He's so cool in that movie. He plays the detective, private detective who's really a bum. He's an asshole to his family. His life is rubbish. And he tries to take this opportunity to help Damon Wayans to get some glory. And yeah, amazing. It's from Tony Scott, directed by Tony Scott. Yeah, it's directed by Tony Scott. Yeah. Then we have Hardboiled Part 1 and 2. Hardboiled 1. Where do I start? I can't pick what my favorite John Woo movie is. It's Hardboiled or The Killer. Every time I say, okay, it's Hardboiled, and then remember about The Killer. And then I said, okay, it's The Killer, and then remember about the Hardboiled again. And it's a two-sided, and Hardboiled by far the best action movie ever made. Okay, Hardboiled and The Killer are the best action movies ever made. No comparison at all. No way. Nothing can beat this up. So, Hardboiled 2 is really not a sequel. It's just been named Hardboiled 2. And although it was released much earlier than the original Hardboiled, but they thought, hey, Hardboiled was a success, producer mind, producer thinking, and making this Hardboiled 2. So the dumb people buy that and think, oh, Hardboiled, this has a sequel, never heard about that. Must buy it and see. What? This is a... Anyways, then we have... Are you ready to figure out? phenomenal movie about arm wrestling with Sylvester Stallone. Another gem from Canon, and I really just hate the guts about this kid. Every time I see it, I think, what the fuck? You have Stallone as a father. Be proud. Be proud that you have Stallone as a father, you bum. Then, Total Recall. Woo! 90s body explodes. Paul Verhoeven, where are you? Make movies. Is this from Verhoeven? Yeah. I love Paul Verhoeven movies. They're so bloody. And Total Recall is amazing. Schwarzenegger is at his A game, and Sharon Stone as his bloody vixen ex-wife. Considering it as a divorce. Amazing. Again, action Stallone with a Rambo trilogy. You must have every Rambo movie in your collection, or you're not a man. This movie, first one, more of a drama, but 2 and 3, and I love 3. All the criticism, fuck you. The criticism of 3 is just action-packed. It's amazing. I mean, the action scene begin with the line, fuck him, from Stallone. And then it goes Hail Mary. Action. Speaking of action, we have Dallas Buyers Club. Phenomenal drama with Matthew McConaughey and Jared Leto. Both won the Oscars. Both going their way. They so lost weight for that role. And good job. But still, make a 30-second sponsor, Leto. What are you waiting for? Oh, again, the slow movie's not it. Then we have Cobra from George P. Cosmatos, my Greek brother. And in Cobra, look at that cover. Look at that awesome cover. The shades, this Stallone, this toothpick, this gun. It's amazing. Stallone never looked cooler than in Cobra. And the soundtrack, 80s. Ah, no easy way out. No, this Rocky Horror. I mean, Angel of the City. Then we have Lone Wolf Wake Up. Woo! Amazing samurai sword fight movie. It's 6 movies. It's a relationship of a father and a boy going fishing, but they will be disturbed by mercenaries, and they all been decapitated by the father. And the boy just sit there and clap his daddy. The boy's name is Daigoro. No, you have to say it in a Japanese deep voice. Daigoro. Amazing movie. And if you see on my exploitation top 20 movies, you know how much I love this movie. All the movies, because there are 6. Purity Area. Very amazing movie. The story is awesome. It's like Brotherhood, but in the opposite version. 2 soldiers, 2 soldiers, North Korean and South Korean. No, it's 4 soldiers. 2 soldiers. No, easy. It's on the border of North Korea and South Korea, and the soldiers, they are there to spot, to have the watch, because they're at night. So are they night watchers? So, and while they spend time, don't know how they move. And when they spend time, they know each other, so they sharing some eats or something. They become friends. But this friendship must be under secret, because if the others find out, they all been executed for treason. You know? So, fuck friendship. Go see the movie. But it's amazing, and it's from Park Chan-wook. Very cool story.